Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Atlas Survival Shelters. It's a nice, quiet Saturday afternoon here at the Atlas factory, and all the men have left now, and I'm here all alone so I can make videos without all that hammering and banging going on. But I have been going over to Ukraine a lot because I'm trying to help these people to protect themselves from missiles and from these Iranian drones coming in. So the kind of bunkers that they need over there are not the kind of bunkers that you see behind me here. They need stuff that's more resembling from World War II, okay, when the Nazis were bombing England. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back in the history books and we're gonna reproduce bunkers that were being used during World War II. And two of these bunkers have names. One is called the Morrison shelter, and it's a coffee table that is used as a bunker, so you can sleep in it at night. And then the other one is called the Anderson shelter, and the Anderson shelter has a great history. Over 3.6 million of these were made during World War II, and they are credited for saving hundreds of thousands of lives during the Blitzkrieg or during the War of London, when they were bombing all the people and all the civilians.
And there go the Smiths to spend another night in their family shelter listening to the all-too-familiar concert. Chilly, uncomfortable, everybody getting temperamental. That one was a bit near, but there's no need for anyone to be so uncomfortable. You'll find in your letterbox a small official booklet which tells you how you can make your shelter much more comfortable.
So yes, we are actually reproducing both of these bunkers now in Ukraine and in Poland. So when I make my trips over to Europe, this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm basically checking up on the progress of the prototype so we can get into a production run and start making these shelters for the Ukrainian civilians, okay? Because they don't really need nuclear fallout shelters at this point right now. They need stuff to protect them from missiles and drones coming in. So there's 4 shelters that we've been producing or have produced prototypes for the European market, of which 2 of them can actually be sold here in the American market. So the first one is the Morrison shelter, which is basically, it's a table bunker that you would put into an apartment of a high-rise building, and you could sleep in there at night when they start bombing, because you can't run down to a bomb shelter and you're up 50 floors. And most people in Ukraine live in high-rise buildings. They don't live in houses, they live in apartment buildings. So when you go there, there's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of high-rise buildings being built in Ukraine, because people in the large city do not live in single-family houses except on the outskirts. So the Anderson shelter will be used for the outskirts, and the Morrison shelter will be used in the apartments. Then the second shelter, the Anderson shelter, is the one that is buried basically in the backyard. It's halfway underground. It's about 3 feet in the ground. It sticks up about 3 feet. And you go inside there, and it's got enough room for up to 4 people. But keep in mind, this is what the English were using during World War II.
Before the war, the authorities had made extensive tests of shelters, including the well-known Anderson type. In this demonstration test, the Anderson shelter successfully withstood the blast of a 500-pound bomb, even though the building close by was wrecked. And here's an actual shelter that was bombed. It had the right amount of protection at the sides of 30 inches of earth and rubble.
So as you can tell here, we're actually starting to produce and get the prototypes ready for the Anderson shelters, and this is from Ukraine. And the reason I'm gonna make a lot of this stuff in Ukraine is because the labor is like, the average wage in Ukraine is $400 to $500 per month for a welder. The average wage in Poland for a welder is like $1,500 to $1,800 per month. And then if you go to Germany, it's triple that of Poland. So Germany is technically 10 times higher than Ukraine. So Ukraine is a wonderful country. It's modern, the labor's cheap, the cost of living is cheap. So when I go to dinner, I'll have a sandwich, I'll have a beautiful dessert shaped like in a heart, and I'll have a bottle of Pepsi, and it costs me $4. That's it. For this sandwich, a dessert, and a Pepsi, $4. That's all it costs. So the cost of living is very, very cheap in Ukraine. So that's the second bunker I'm going to be making. And then the third one is this one that's going to be kind of probably popular here. Now this is a modular kit Atlas walk-in safe room. Okay, now these are already popular in America as tornado shelters. Okay, but the difference between what I'm making in Poland and will be selling in Ukraine and manufacturing in Ukraine as well is that these are made out of 1/4-inch steel instead of like 1/8-inch steel in America. Why? Because I'm trying to protect them from shrapnel, from bullets flying through the air, and also the house caving in on them. Okay, so our little safe rooms are pretty nice, and I'm going to show you what it looks like inside one, because we've got seats and shelves and everything in there. But is it good for nuclear fallout, chemical warfare, or biological warfare? Absolutely not. It's only good for tornadoes, hurricanes, and getting shot at. So I think there might be a market in places like Chicago where bullets might be flying through houses, where you could actually run inside this safe room, lock it up, and protect yourself from people trying to shoot holes through your house. Or if you got somebody breaking into your house, you can run inside there, slide the door closed, and protect yourself from some kind of home intruder. Then the last bunker, which is a precast concrete bunker. Okay, kind of looks like a septic tank, except these are got radius walls. And what does a radius wall does? Well, it will reflect the energy from a blast. So these will actually work as fallout shelters. So these concrete shelters, which are being made in North America right now, will be made in different parts of Europe. And this is where we're gonna just basically send the molds over, and they're gonna cast them right there in Europe. And these will serve as a tornado shelter, a root cellar, and a fallout shelter, because we can actually put the NBC air filtration system in these. And this shelter right here that you're seeing will be coming to the market in the $20,000 range. So good news, guys. There's gonna be a shelter, a nuclear fallout shelter, that will be hardened, radius, and underground in the $20,000 range in the near future here in the United States. So we'll have all these samples here at the Atlas factory in Sulphur Springs. So, you know, I've been keeping some of these things secrets because there's certain reasons why I do that, but I'm gonna show it to you now, that these are the 4 products that I've been working on for Ukraine and the European market. And like I said, a couple of them will be coming to the USA very soon, and you'll be able to buy them right here at Atlas Survival Shelters in Sulphur Springs, Texas. And I will do more videos to let you know about them. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's update. Make sure you like and subscribe, and always come back for more and watch more of my videos. I do appreciate it. I work very hard to try to get you all this footage. But as always, I love you. I'll see you on the next video.